To be All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. It is the GG Arena Silver Series Showdown. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the action is about to kick off. FC26 action, as we all know that GG Arena is the best to ever do it, the best to ever bring it to your screens. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we love, absolutely love to do. But right now, it looks like action is about to kick off. But before we talk about the action kicking off, let's take a quick look at the fixtures for the Silver Series. So we're going to have a bunch of players going up against each other, 32 players in the Silver Series Showdown, and we are going to look for our final 8 that will go on to the semis and the finals. So we've got Rookie Favor, we've got Yoscavo, we've got Shy Pez, we've got Emmy the Kid, we've got Rashid Andrew, Mikel, Bai, Arif, Cleverly Prime. We've got Didi Dre, James Joseph, Praise Any, Shally Poppy, which is going to be our featured match any moment from now. Francis and Marv. And then we've got Alan Amos, we've got Essie, Great Bot, Molly Dmoji, Fikayomi, Dark Ace Z23, or Dark Aces 23. And then we've got Sancho, I don't know. And we've got IB Class, Wallex, Al Mustafa, Game with Josh, Slex, Mitch, Divine, King No Next, and Gamer Young. So that is the fixtures that we've got for you today and tomorrow before we move into the finals for next weekend. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we're going to see for ourselves here what the action is going to be looking like, because it is going to be party time. It is going to be show time any moment from now. And it looks like the action has already kicked off. Yeah, it looks like the action has already kicked off here. 4-1 the score. Ted Lasso and PC Terror. I would like to know. Well, 5-1. Interesting enough, it's kicking off quite nicely. Carlos, okay, so like I said, this is going to be our featured match, and this featured match is going to be Shally Poppy going up against Praise. So Ted Lasso is Shally Poppy, so we're going to keep eyes on that one. We're going to keep eyes on that one all the way through to give you guys a little bit of an idea on who is in charge. Ted Lasso in the white and PC Terror in the green. And Ted Lasso is Shally Poppy, so it is Shally Poppy's team currently in the lead. So let's keep up into that one. Pele trying to drop the ball to answer there, loses out. That's a nice pass. And transition first half will be coming to an end. Yeah, Shally Poppy looking very confident with the way he has been leading. Yeah, it looks like Shally Poppy will be enjoying a little bit of a lead. 5-1, I think. Well, that's a very, very rough way to kick things off. But hopefully Praise can do a little bit of a remontada and lead on the fort. That's a beautiful threaded pass over to the right wing and intercepted again. But reposition again, take the advantage. Gili Fabregas with the ball on his own, cuts inside and loses possession in the 6-yard box. Not the most ideal way to hold things up, but fortunately for them, they are in the lead. Can they press to an advantage? That's a beautiful pass. 1-2 quick fire passes again. Surely he will go for the shots, tries to feint through and does. 5-2. And Praise might just have to sing a little bit of hallelujah here, because the remontada might be on. That's a beautiful pass over to the other side again. Loses possession and now tries to hold in. Esteves with the ball now, tries to drop it through. Silva back to Esteves, down to Ansa, loses our possession. Center half doing their absolute best, doing a job as well, and closing out that little bit of space that they did manage to find inside. throwing through again. Right wing has been heavily exploited. The player locked in, playing to the corner. That's a beautiful ball. That's a threaded pass, and he sees it through. 6-2 is the score. Julie with the goal. Offside trap is going to be the order of the day here. Trying to play in from that left wing. A through pass could be ideal here. Threaded one right through the corner will be dispossessed by Garincha. And now Fabregas. Oh, that's a beautiful ball. Eusebio surely goes for the finish, goes for the chip. And it is cash money. 7-2 is the score. Shali Poppy tearing it through. And there might be time for just a little bit more here. A little bit of a ball. Might be offside. But nope, he's actually on. Well, loses possession again. Shali Poppy on the verge once again. Might be a dispossession. He does lose the ball. That's a beautiful threaded pass. And I think that would have been offside if it found its way through. But this one might find its way through again. But he's dispossessed. Offside, surely he is. Just a little bit too far out. Does get the job done either way. Loses our possession. But not the worst one in the world we've seen so far. Again, capitalizing on the position that we've seen, and we'll close out just a little bit more. That's a beautiful pass over to that left hand side, a little bit more central. Shali Poppy has tried to go, but not ideal. Nothing on towards so far. Loses out again, closing out just a little bit more. Retention. Oh, that's a beautiful tackle. And we do have our first corner of the second half. Crosses in, cross is good. Blocked out by the defender there. Loses out again. Might be an opportunity for them to clear the lines, but we'll try to play from the left wing. Almost could have been offside there, but Eusebio will run after that one. Thuram down to Vieira. Pelé dispossessed. Pelé back with the ball again. Plays off that left-hand side, loses possession. Again, it has been a very difficult pattern of play for Praise. He's trying his absolute best to hold the ball just a little bit too much, but it doesn't look like he's going to work. And that could have been something special. And the pause has been requested by Shali Poppy. I don't really see a reason for him to pause here. He has been leading the game for the majority so far. Through ball, look good. Not ideal, but trying to get the job done. Player look is active again. Oh, what a through ball to Garincha, surely. Oh, offside. Well, he was offside. Well, that could have been something special. You know, set up in a 4-4-2 or 4-5-1. A little bit of a 4-5-1. Oh, that's a beautiful ball. Looks like he might have been offside there, though he was. Score still remains 7-2. Second half has been pretty back and forth. High lines being thoroughly exploited. Fortunately, the offside is working into the structure and the formats that these two teams have been playing. Oh, that would have been a special ball inside, but it will be cut out by the centre halves again. A little bit more central play. We've been seeing a whole lot of central play behind these two teams. Offside, surely. And he does fall back. Doesn't attempt to play the ball anymore because he knows he was in an offside position. Again, these central lines and the line breaking passes coming through from Terra have not been very ideal. Shali Poppies have been much more direct. You've seen similar pattern styles of play there. Could have tried to break a little bit forward, but he loses out possession. Will be dispossessed again. Loses out for the second sequence. Doesn't look like much there. Gives the ball away. And the goalkeeper will take hold of that one. Quick one-touch passing again. Immediately tries to play into space. Beautiful ball over to that right wing again. Beautiful sequence. Cuts inside. And the goalkeeper is there to close it down. That would have been very interesting. I thought he was going to cut back inside, but unfortunately that was not going to be the case. That's a beautiful pass. But again, cut out by the defender. Played back in. Garincha. Back to Kouassi. Might decide to cross inside. He does. Alberto Carlos. Almost getting switched inside. 8-2. Eusebio with a beautiful finish. And the goals just keep on rolling in. Not exactly what we were expecting there, but the defender is up onto the task again. Oh, that would have been a special ball. We saw that. It cuts through and he sprints in and he goes for the finish. Eusebio on a hat trick. And that has been a fantastic sequence of play coming through from Charlie Poppy. And here he comes again. Tries to go for the quick 1-2, but he was dispossessed, but he has regained possession again. Eusebio out in the open again. Decides to cut inside. Beautiful pass. But he will be dispossessed by the center half. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the first leg. Charlie Poppy coming out on top. 9 goals to 2. Ooh. Well, I mean, talk about cooking. Ted Lasso was absolutely cooking there. Charlie Poppy turning it all the way up. What a player he is. And that's something that we want to be seeing a little bit more of along the lines there. It's going to be a little bit of an interesting dynamic from what we've seen so far. It's not the most, not the craziest thing we've seen, but a 9-2 score for the beginning of this tournament. Nasty, bro. That's nasty business. Nasty business, chat. So you guys tell me in the chat. Do you think it's possible? Do you think it's even possible for Praise to do something special in the return leg? I mean, that lineup though that we saw was absolutely nasty though. It was very nasty. I can't lie. I can't lie. That was a nasty lineup. Very nasty lineup. But nonetheless, impressive performance either way. It's something special. It's something we've really seen. It's something we've really seen. And I love that. I love that. Praise, is he going to pick up in the second leg? I'm not sure. But, we've still got some action lined up for you. So do not touch that. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. GG Arena is bringing you the action live. So you got to stay locked all the way in. So you know what time it is, ladies and gentlemen. So you know what time it is. So yeah, I think we're going to, so most of these matches that we have today are going to be they're going to be on Fedro says remontada. I mean, I'm expecting a remontada, right? But yeah, so most of these matches you're going to see are going to be home and away, two-legged fixtures. So there's that. So that's something to look forward to, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll see if that's going to be the case. But hopefully we'll see a very interesting remontada. A 9-2 deficit. That's a 7-goal. Again, saying of that. But ladies and gentlemen, let's see if that will be the case. We'll be right back to bring you more Silver Series Showdown action. right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Welcome back to the show. It is the GG Arena Silver Series Showdown, and we have 32 players battling for who's going to come out in the top 8. We just had PC Terror, Shari Poppy going up against Praise, and it looks like the first leg was 9-2. Can there be more? Can there be a better result for Praise? Can he perform a special remontada? Well, the game just kicked off, and let's go straight to the field and see what the action is on. Trying to keep it a little bit of a buck there. Vieira tries to take it away, but immediately getting shoulder barged off the ball there. And Praise capitalizing on that little slip up. But Praise needs to start scoring goals, and he needs to start scoring them very, very quickly. That's a nice quick passage of play there. Nice possession. Gives the ball away. And now the counter-attack is on. And immediately right through, Eusebio is going to pick up from where he left off. 1-0 in under 6 minutes. The first goal is on the ball here. 10-2 is the score now on aggregate. And Praise has to answer, and he has to answer quickly there. That's a nice ball, but immediately gets cut out. Solid defending coming through from Charlie Poppy onto Praise's position again, tries to keep the ball as much as he can and prioritize on that one. But that's a beautiful ball over to the left-hand side. Again, Barnes cuts inside. Garincha loses out. Pele. Poku does manage to get the first ball through, but no chance for him. Doesn't get through Kouassi. Barnes footed out the side. Oh, tries to go for the flick. Unfortunately, did not work out the way he intended. And now it's a 4-3. Beautiful ball into the corner there. Almost saw his way through, but he was immediately dispossessed by the centre half. Again, loss of possession inside of that midfield area. Too deep for the other side. Eusebio! Woo! Goalkeeper was equal to the task, but that was very, very close. And that could have turned things around here. Poku. Esteves. Poku again. Thuram. Vieira. Esteves. Poku again. Loses out. Esteves with the ball again. Tried to go for a little bit of an interesting wide open ball, but he was deflected away. Chance again. Praise. Corner. Try to play into a little bit of that corner space again. Also, that's a beautiful 1-2 ball, but Charlie Poppy read that one well. Charlie Poppy on the front foot again. The space is right there, out into the open. Immediately goes for it. And that is goal number 2 for Charlie Poppy. Fabregas, the goal scorer. El Yamik. Esteves. Trying to find Silva. Finds him. Back to Ansa. Vieira. Might go for the shot from outside the box, but he doesn't. Esteves finds a way through. And it's 2-1. Well, we're about to go into a very special sequence right now. A little bit of a loss in possession there, but he retains the ball. Dorgu trying to take the ball away, but doesn't work. Silva, gives the ball away now. Oh, that's a beautiful... Oh, was he offside? Is that why he ran back? I think he was offside. That's why he ran back. Well, that would have been a special pass if it found its way through. Charlie Poppy still continues to hold the ball in. That's a beautiful one-touch pass. Goes for another. Sequence. Eusebio. Goal. 3-1. And that is the tear that Charlie Poppy is on right now. El Yamik. Dorgu. Silva. Back to Dorgu. Vieira to Esteves. Esteves back to Vieira. Vieira back to... Might decide to place it to Dorgu. He ran into space, but took one too many touches there. And the play capitulated under that sequence. So it looks like Barnes might start to play in from that left-hand side. Loses out again. That's a beautiful ball. Cuts inside. And that will be goal number 4. Eusebio in the right place at the right time yet again. And Dorgu is going to be Trying to make a little bit more of a sequence there, but it's something we've seen so far. Sometimes we've seen them break through. Esteves, ooh, intercepted. Gili, Eusebio, oh, might be offside there. Yes, he is. And that was a solid one-touch passing though from Charlie Poppy. He has been on top of the passing game. Was that offside? Yes, he is. A little bit of a high line, trying to get exploited on both fronts. Doesn't look like much, but they will try again. And here they come again with the sequence. Oh, that's a beautiful ball to Silva. Surely he gets the finish. He does. 4-2 is the score. But Praise has to do a whole lot more and a whole lot quicker to that little sequence that he has tried so far. And that's a beautiful pass. But the goalkeeper saw that from a mile away. It's a decent cross and a decent shot. Fender was on point and on par and made something happen. Praise still tries to hold the ball. Thuram, Esteves, Pele. Back to Esteves. Tried to thread it to Pele, but it didn't work. And now Eusebio on the front foot again. Cuts the ball back to Gili. Gili back to Barnes on that left-hand side. They're using it, this left-hand side a lot. Gili almost getting fouled there. But the advantage was played. He did lose possession. He has regained it again. Good pass. Back to Gili. Trying to thread the ball back to Eusebio, but it didn't work out. And here the breakaway is on now. Beautiful ball over to that right-hand side. He might go for the cross, but he decides to cut inside. Good pass. Quick 1-2 ball. Defensively solid from Desai. Shuts the attack down immediately. Is that half time? I think it is half time, ladies and gentlemen. Half time. The score is 4-2. Eusebio with a hat trick already, and Fabregas with 1 goal. And the second half is on their way. Substitution, we'd have Krupi in for Ansa. And the attack continues to solidify for Charlie Poppy as it stands. Solid ball either way. Sequence lost again. They have been losing a whole lot of possession inside of the midfield. They're probably going to have to try something different this time around. That's a beautiful pass and an even better sequence again, but loses out on the second touch. I'm pretty sure he should have taken it first time, but you never know who's capable. Oh, player lock, nasty, cuts inside again, almost goes for it. Goalkeeper was too slow. I expected the goalkeeper to be a little bit faster there, but unfortunately Fabregas is equal to the task. Nets it in for 5-2. Goal number 5 for Charlie Poppy. Praise absolutely getting bombarded here. Praise again looking for that opening space, and he's found it. Oh, but just wide. Too wide. A little bit of a quick ball. Tries to go for the player lock instead. And tries to thread one through just behind, but it doesn't work the way he would expect it. Julie tries to thread one in. Esteves breaks the passing line. Vieira. Poku. Pele. Oh, straight to Krupi. First touch on the ball, and this might be his first goal. It is. Straight off the bench. And he has scored. It's 5-3. And Praise might just sing hallelujah right now. It's a 2-goal deficit. Anything can happen here. Nice patch into Eusebio. Cuts inside. Sequence is good. 6-3. Charlie Poppy is running away with it here. Praise still trying to hold on to the ball there, but Fabregas will dispossess. Eusebio back to Julie, Julie to Silva, Silva to Garincha. Player lock immediately getting dispossessed in that midfield space, and it tries to thread one through, but instantly getting shut down by Desailly. Back to Julie, Fabregas, Eusebio. Trying to let the ball through there, but didn't work out. Julie trying to hold on into that corner. Pele with the ball now. Pele trying to hold on just to find a little bit of space, but he's going to be dispossessed. Lee on the breakaway again here. Eusebio. Breathe. Breathe. Fabregas. Oh, he goes wide. And it doesn't get any easier than that. Fabregas, who has already been on the score sheet twice tonight, will miss out on that one. And that is just unfortunate. Was expecting a little bit more there. Fortunately, did not work the way they were expecting, not even in the slightest. Trying to thread it through, was denied. Charlton. Eusebio, dispossessed. Oh, well, the goalkeeper was probably thinking twice about that one there, but he might decide to play it inside. Ooh, well, fortunately for him, Desailly is very much up to the mix. Alberto Carlos, Silva, dispossessed, regains possession immediately, cuts back to the corner. Silva again, dispossessed. Vieira, Esteves tries to find a little bit more time as he is trying to get a little bit of space inside there. Dispossessed again, loses out possession. Eusebio back to Carlos Alberto Barnes. Eusebio again tries to take one for the team, immediately shifted to the side by El Yamik. Ball is with Dorgu now. Back to Esteves. Ronaldinho dispossessed, couldn't make quick contact with the ball there, but Charlie Poppy on the horizon again. Garincha almost trying to make something happen there, but unfortunately no luck for him. Yamik breaks the sequence again. Ronaldinho now with the ball, dispossessed immediately. Desailly has been on a tear. Major tear so far, and he loses out into that one. Eusebio trying to open himself up just a little bit there, but it didn't work. That's a beautiful ball there. Nice one-touch passing. This might be something special here. Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho! What a goal! 4-6, but that might just be the best one out of the entirety of the lot. And Ronaldinho finds the back of the net off the bench. I mean, praise, imagine having all of these substitutes and they're coming off the bench to turn the game around for you. That's just something interesting to see. Garincha trying to run for it here. Silva, Eusebio, Charlton trying to go for the quick two-touch, but he was dispossessed. Oh, nice ball in the end. Trying to look for a way into the box, but he was denied. Eusebio, Barnes. I decided to go in for another one there. Cuts inside again. Looking for a way. Can't seem to find one. Ooh. Well, that was very close. Charlton. Ooh, does get dispossessed relatively very easily there. Ronaldinho. Krupi. Ronaldinho again. Ronaldinho straight to Krupi. Krupi dispossessed by Desailly. and you have to respect the defense. But that will be a better performance from Praise. But even at that, Shally Poppy comes out on top. Solid performance from him. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we love to see. Big, big games, solid performance, big, big turnout. Okay, well. Shally Poppy, looks like you are him. Shally Poppy is going to be the first player to advance to the next round. And I think we've got more fixtures coming through for you right now, as we are going to move straight into the next game. And no time to waste, ladies and gentlemen. We are looking good. First goal. And it is on. So this match that we are watching right now is Cleverly versus Arif. A little bit more than what one would have thought. Oh, that's a beautiful ball over the top. Otero. Oh, cheeky. That's a little bit of a chiquita there. Kamaldeen to Kouassi. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we've got SGE as Cleverly and MFC is Arif. Ooh, there's IE. So MFC in the blue, SGE in the green. Oh, that's a nice ball from Krupi. Tries to go inside for it there. Will be getting dispossessed. Silva with the ball again. Otero. I decided to little bit of a pass to Ronaldinho there, but makes it quick and easy. Breaks inside it, a little bit of space there, but Tuanzebe is right there to shut it down. Esteves immediately takes the opportunity. Voya. Krupi. Oh, that's a beautiful ball in behind to Kamaldeen. Oh, yes, sir. Arif takes the lead. And that was a very, very solid pass. It was more about the pass than the goal for me, honestly. That was a beautiful sequence there. And now SGE are going to be on the back foot. First sequence again, lost out. Might decide to play a little bit closer to that midfield. Again, Julie. Chachua back to Julie. Fabregas. Otero. Ronaldinho. Immediately getting stopped by Tuanzebe. Garincha. Voya. Krupi tries to go in again, in behind the last defender, but this time around did not work out. SGE read it in time, but Kamaldeen is on the front again. Esteves. Oh, beautiful pass to Voya. Voya cuts inside. Goes for it. Unfortunately, no chance. Corner kick. First corner of the night. Tuanzebe lays it out thick. Kamaldeen, the goal scorer. Dispossessed by Barnes. Julie. Garincha. Esteves. Might decide to drop one back in for Garincha. Goal. 3-1 the score. And Arif, it looks like he's gonna be the one running away with it now. Alberto. Down to Fabregas. Ronaldinho. Quick feet, but not quick enough. Roofs is there to shut it down. Silva wins the second ball. Ronaldinho back to Julie. Fabregas. Julie again. Otero tries to play in behind, loses possession. Julie regains it back. Fabregas. And a quick one-touch pass again to Fabregas. Tries to lob it through. Ronaldinho. Quick pass again. Oh, breaks the defense. What a goal, but he's offside. That would have been something special. But unfortunately, no goal. Krupi tries to thread one through. Could have been offside there, but he loses that possession. Krupi. 4-1. Arif with another one. Another banger. And he packs it all the way in. Chachua. El Yamik. Coleman. Carlos Alberto. Fabregas. Otero. Julie spins around, holds the possession. Nice hold of play. Hold of play again from that position again. Chachua loses out. Passes not crystal clear enough. GC into that corner. Loses out again. Surely he's offside. Oh, he's not offside. Oh, but Chachua read that one. No chance for him. Ronaldinho. If he can find a way around there, he might be able to get the pass right through. Ball to Fabregas. Otero again. He has gotten away with a lot in this game. But that will be the first half. And the score is 4-1. And Arif is leading cleverly as it stands. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. The second half kicks off. You're currently watching the Silver Series Showdown brought to you by GG Arena. And now it looks like there's more where that came from. Oh, quick feet from Garincha. Hold on to the ball a little bit too long there. He's spinning around. I mean, he's leading, so fair. Why not? Esteves. Voya. Oh, beautiful tackle from Alberto. Barnes. Dispossessed. Ogbenne holds the ball a little bit closer again. Garincha is inside space. Will he cross? No. Chachua reads that again. Chachua has been winning a whole lot of interceptions so far. It's not the worst one we've seen, but he has been very proactive. Very, very proactive in the way he has been able to hold down Silva into the corner. Lose out possession again. Shuli, beautiful ball, but Roos is there. The goalkeeper called into action for the first time in this second half. Otero might start to cross inside, but did not work out the way he intended. Nice pass into that open space. Loses out just a little bit more than he would have liked there, but that surely, yes, Silva 4-2. Gabriel Silva has turned it around, or at least it might be turning it around here. Gilberto trying to thread it through there to Voyer, but no chance. Ronaldinho loses out. Alberto back to Ronaldinho. Fabregas. Otero. Julie. Straight down to Fabregas. Ooh, last ditch tackle there. And he came out on top. Voller. Krupi. Gilberto. Garincha. Krupi. Voya again. Back to Krupi. Oh, first time pass. Not effective. Dispossessed. Gilberto back with the ball again. Garincha pressing forward. Big chance. Pause has been cued. So the next out ball here might be something different. And here comes Ronaldinho on the breakaway, but immediately the high line and the offside trap is in play. But now there's opportunity again for Otero. Prays into space. Can he work? Not this time. Tuanzebe shuts it down, but Gabriel Silva again. Oh, shoddy defending there. And they pay the price immediately as well. Not what they were expecting. But Gabriel Silva was right there. And now we've got a game on our hands. Arif. Will he allow the pressure get to him now? It is just a 1-goal deficit. It's gotten a little bit quicker in the last couple of minutes. Gilberto trying to hold on to the ball there, but trying to find a little bit of space. We can't seem to find it. He does find Voller, and that might be offside. No chance. Garincha gets the ball back to Gilberto. Spins inside. But too much of a sequence of passes there. Did not get the job done. Chachua. Nice ball to Fabregas. Shuli. Otero. Nonto. Cuts back. Nice ball to Ronaldinho. But didn't work out again the way he thought. And he gets the sequence out. Fabregas! Oh, what a tackle! What a last-ditch tackle. Shuts it down. And now the breakaway is on. Krupi looking for an open space. Gilberto loses out to Coleman. And the ball's out to Julie again. Plays right through the press. Nonto plays over to the right-hand side. Nice ball to Otero. Oh, does he find the space? He doesn't see it. And Fabregas loses out instead. Otero takes a shot from outside the box, but Roofs is right there. Wow, I was not expecting him to shoot from there, but hey, yo. If you can dream it, you can do it. It's a nice ball, very nice ball. Top of the food chain type of ball, if you ask me, because what a finish that was. And now things are getting very dicey. We've got less than 20 minutes to go in this first leg. Substitution. Answer for Slumana. Ronaldinho. Skupanski on the field as well. Gabriel Silva. Back to Alberto. Fabregas. Nonto. Oh, it's a penalty for sure. And here we go now. This is about to be very, very, very chaotic. Goal, 4 apiece. Equalizer. 4 goals apiece now. And SGE in the driver's seat. Cleverly has found his way back. Szupanski, first touch of the ball. He's a little bit closer there. Krupi, back to Szupanski. We're going to have to try something out of the ordinary here. Good pass. Trying to find that little bit of space. Ronaldinho, Esteves. Can he find a way through? Ronaldinho is out in the open again. Szupanski again. Quick ball down to Krupi. Krupi finds the space, but can't get the shot away. Szupanski again. Good ball to Mensah, loses out, and here they go on the breakaway. Ronaldinho, quick ball to Otero. Loses out. Szupanski takes possession. Krupi. Nice pass, dispossessed. Szupanski holds it into that corner again. Plays off to the right-hand side. Garincha cuts back. Spins inside. Tries to find a little bit of space here. This might be the opening he's looking for, but Fabregas is there to cut it all the way out. And here comes the final attack now. Gabriel Silva. Fabregas. Is this going to be a draw? One attack is all that's left now. Nonto. Will he play it through? He does to Julie, but he's going to be cut out, and that will be surely the final sequence. But I spoke too soon. Otero might find a way through. Fabregas, not this time. It is 4 goals apiece. And that is going to be the end of this match. Woo! Wow, from 4-1, a remontada. You don't see those every day. You do not see those every day. You absolutely do not see those every day, man. I mean, it's always gonna be something, right? It's just always gotta be something, man. You know, it's just always gonna be something. You're always surprised. I was very surprised when that happened. You know, I was not expecting a comeback, if I'm being honest. I was not expecting that. I was not. I was not expecting that, not even in the slightest. But yo, remontada, ladies and gentlemen, 4-1 to 4-4. You gotta respect it. I was expecting I was expecting a little bit more, from the first game, but this game, yeah, it gave me a little bit of something. I don't know what happened to Cleverly there though. I'm not sure. I don't know what happened to Cleverly. Can't lie to you. No idea what happened to him. Probably just capitulation though, but we'll see. We will see. We will see if there will be more where that came from. But ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the Silver Series Showdown brought to you by GG Arena, so do not touch that. That will be right back for more action. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I do apologize for the delay. We were sorting out a little bit of technical difficulties, but they have been sorted. And now we are going straight into the second leg between MFC and JJ. Woo! So, straight gas, straight into the action. And this is one for the books. MFC in the blue, JJ in the black. Ooh, Kouassi immediately straightforward pass to Ronaldinho there, and Atagana just losing the ball a little bit earlier there. Thuram tries to break sequence. Gilberto, oh, that's a nice ball. Torres dispossessed. Garincha, oh, that's a nice pass into the space. Krupi, if he can cross the ball there, but Ailing read that one quite nicely. Vieira, Ronaldinho. It's a straight ball to Eto, but he will be dispossessed. Ogbene takes over. Garincha. Oh, spins away from his man there. Krupi spins back. Cuts the ball back to Gilberto. Gilberto looking for a little bit of space to find Krupi, but he's offside. Ooh. Well, that could have gone from 0 to 100 real quick. Tagana. Torres. Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho again. Torres. Eto. Oh! Goalkeeper was right there. Roos to the rescue. First shot on target. The first 10 minutes. Atagana almost kicks the ball out of play there, but he tries to feint out the defender to Thuram. What a save from Roos again. And that is one for the books. Atagana again spins back. Ronaldinho cuts inside, but he goes wide. Tuanzebe. Ogbene. Garincha. That's a nice ball. Cut out by Gilberto. Alberto. Torres. Ronaldinho. Tries to cut inside for Torres! What a goal! JJ gets the first one in. And it might be the last one out the door. But he sees it through. Nice defending there. Body check. Referee says play on. Eto. Oh. Fell for the bait. Did not fall for the switch. Holds in again. What a goal that was. Equalizer on the money. And if you blink, you might miss it. Ronaldinho. Eto. Torres. Back to Eto. Ronaldinho again. Tries to go for it. I think the goalkeeper got a touch on that one. The goalkeeper did. I mean, Roofs has been on fire. Atagana spits back again. Ronaldinho trying to make himself free. He does. Alberto! Oh! Wide. And it's interesting to see the centre half that high up the pitch. But that is the tactical advantage. 25 minutes on the clock. It is 1-1. Krupi looking for a way to sprint through. Voyer, the space is there, and he finds the post. He finds the back of the net as well. Thuram. Oh, that's a nice ball. Atagana cuts back. Denied. Esteve. Garincha. Dispossessed by Vieira. Ball the way back to Atagana. Spins it back again. Desai's right there to cut it back, but Eto dispossesses Ronaldinho. Oh, trying to go for the little spin around to guide the ball, but he was dispossessed. Where again, Krupi runs into the space. You can see his teammate play onto the right-hand side. Garincha, is he going to cut back? He does. Goal. MFC 3-1 up. Oh, the game might just be getting away from JJ here now. Thuram. Nice run. Gilberto gives the ball to Torres. Torres cuts back. Dispossessed. Ronaldinho takes over. Dispossessed again. Kouassi drops inside. Again, he tries to cut right through. Oh, that's a nice, very, very nice sequence of what we've seen so far. Could be something interesting. Oh my goodness. It's a nice ball to Voyer. Back to Estevez. Tried to go for the quick 1-2, but it did not play out the way he would have thought. We've got 38 minutes played on the clock. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be bringing you the current bracket as it stands. Gilberto to the left-hand side. Kamaldeen cuts inside again. Utilizing that left-hand side. Estevez makes his way in, cuts back. Krupi will be dispossessed. Krupi gets the ball back again, drops it back to Voyer. Oh, that was very close. Very, very close. But not enough to get the job done. Thuram, JJ needs to make sure this is done. Torres, dispossessed immediately by Desai. Back to Desai. Kouassi, player lock on site. Voya again for Krupi. Is he offside? I don't think he is. And it is a finish and a half. Krupi, 4-1 the score. MFC cooking right now. Thuram again. Dispossessed. Kamaldeen. Dispossessed. Atagana. Eto. Torres. Back to Eto. Beautiful ball. Eto scores 4-2. It's not over just yet. But that was very, 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 very close, ladies and gentlemen. That was very, very close. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is what we love to see. We absolutely love to see those. Absolutely love to see those, ladies and gentlemen. And now we are on for the second half. Desai, dispossessed, Kamaldeen holds it out just down the line there, a little bit closer. Loses possession again. And this one might be a little bit untoward for him, but he might be able to see this one through. Krupi, back to Voyer. Voyer finds himself in space. Goal 5. Lucky number 5. Gilberto, straight to Eto. Solo of To. Gilberto again. Voyer. Krupi. Oh, the space opened up quite nicely there. Was not expecting that one. Sequence lost. But that's a nice ball from Eto again. Plays it a little bit closer than he would have liked there, but he must have make his way through to Ronaldinho, but Desai was there to cut it out. Voyer. Krupi again. Dispossessed. But Kamaldeen takes over possession. And that might be the opening they've been looking for. Solid ball. Krupi. Dispossessed again. Eto. Ronaldinho. Oh, that's a beautiful ball. And it might be a red card here. It is a red card. Not what they wanted, but it is what they found. This free kick could alter the game here. MFC going down a man short. This could change the entire dynamic of this game. Oh, what a save that was. It's a corner. JJ with the numbers advantage, and they do have a little bit of time to make something happen here, and they have. 5 goals to 3. It's 2 players in, 2 players out. Gilberto, Esteves. Krupi finds the back of the net. What a goal that was. Again, even with a man down, they are still pressing on. They are still pressing hard. Torres. Vieira. Torres again. Ronaldinho. Trying to thread one through, but didn't work out. Esteves. Dispossessed. Ronaldinho immediately. What a beautiful turn. But Desai was right there to shut it down again. Krupi now tried to go for the quick one, but unfortunately did not pan out the way he thought. Ronaldinho again. Eto, dispossessed. Losing out again. Kouassi plays over to the left side. The wing is open. Kamaldeen launches one forward again immediately for Esteves. Esteves might decide to cross inside. He gives the ball back to Kamaldeen, and it will be dispossessed. 25 minutes on the clock right now. Eto offside. Esteves holds onto the ball there, drops it for Kamaldeen. Again, they are playing a little more from this left-hand side, utilizing those gaps. They're trying to play a quick one there. Ooh, keeps the ball in play, but only as far as Krupi. Back to Kamaldeen. He might go for a shot there. Krupi finds the space and finds the back of the net. It is 7-3. MFC are running away with it now. And Beckenbauer to Gilberto to Kenny Dalglish. Krupi dispossessed. Oh, that's a nice ball, but the touch was just a little bit lacking. Offside on Krupi there. Not his finest work. Nice ball again, Esteves. Or he might decide to launch that one over the top, but no, he decides to go over to the wing. Kamaldeen is free, tries to cut inside again, dispossessed. It's a beautiful ball through, and he launches that one straight through. It's Krupi in a 1v1 potentially, but he turns back and gives possession away. Not the plan, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure that's not what he had in mind, but it is where he finds himself. And that is the sequence. And that is another goal. It is Krupi that finds the back of the net yet again. 15 minutes on the clock here. And things could go from bad to worse. Gilberto. Ball with MFC again. Arif has been absolutely cooking. McKay has no answers. Oh, that's a beautiful ball. He fell for it. Muller is free, but Roofs is there. And excellent goalkeeping yet again. I mean, Roofs has been a very pivotal part to Arif's success in this game. And Krupi is all left to him now in a 1v1 against Carlos Alberto. Tries to cut inside, immediately getting dispossessed. Just a couple more minutes now until this leg is over. Dispossessed again. Gilberto might decide to go for a quick one there, but doesn't work. Esteves equally goes for the other one. Kamaldeen! Well, takes too many touches. Wow. I don't even know what to say about that. I don't know what to say about that one. Honestly, don't know. Garincha, Krupi, Back to Garincha. Wide. But that was very, very close. Nonetheless, Kouassi, Gilberto, Muller, Krupi, Dalglish loses out to Tuanzebe. Kamaldeen, Krupi, nice touch of pass there. Garincha dispossessed. Again, Harif he tends not to lose the ball a lot in the midfield. You know, he usually gains the ball in these areas, but Barnes with a beautiful turn into space tries to go for the finish, but Roofs again on time, and he gets the job done. What a performance. Krupi, 5 goals. He put it on. Ladies and gentlemen, so let's take a quick look at the standings right now the groups, from the groupings so far, to give you a little bit of context as to, just to give you guys a little bit of context as to how it is looking right now. Whew. Well, as you can see, the results are there. Rookie Favor has advanced. Emmy Kid has advanced as well. Andrew advanced. Mikel advanced. Arif we just saw has advanced as well. Praise and Charlie Poppy. Praise came out on top against Charlie Poppy, and Francis lost out to Marv. Marv against Charlie Poppy in the round of 16. And Arif goes up against James Joseph. Andrew goes up against Mikael. And Rookie Favor goes up against Emmy Kid. Tomorrow we are going to have more action for you, so do not touch that dial. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a party. It is no party like a GG Arena party. But ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the broadcast. We'll see you guys same time tomorrow for more GG Arena Silver Series Showdown.